All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Katrina Ferguson. I'm super excited to kind of share with you this afternoon some information that has proven to be life-shifting and life-changing for so many others. So we're going to get started here in just a moment. Want to make sure that everyone has the correct views. Let's go ahead and get started sharing the screen so we can get started. Now, this is a super informal / formal presentation. It's a little bit of both. Definitely wanted to say hello to everybody, but don't want to hold up anybody's time because we're going to get through this actually pretty quickly. Perfect. Awesome. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll go ahead here and get started. Welcome to the Easy Tax Academy presentation. This is going to be an opportunity for us to kind of talk about what it would be like if, in fact, you decided to take advantage of the opportunity to build a six-figure business in the tax industry. Now, we always set our goals high. Six figures for the first year, it's a lot of money, but it's absolutely possible. And we're going to share with you how, in fact, it is possible as we go through. Now, what I want to do is I'm just going to click through this presentation real quickly, and then I'll open up at the end and ask any questions. So if you have questions, you can actually put them in the chat, or you can actually wait until the end. The whole idea is that the tax industry is pandemic proof. Everybody has to do taxes every single year. There's not been a single year that the tax industry has become less complicated. There's not a single year that the tax industry has become easier to navigate. And because of that, we have the opportunity to build a pandemic-proof business that will give us the income that we can live off of for the entire year. It doesn't matter if you've never done taxes before. This is just not relevant, whether or not you've ever done taxes. Why? Because our academy, along with our partnership with Quantum Tax Pro, which is the software that we use and that we also market, is literally going to give you everything that you need to be successful in your first year. Now, we'll talk about all of what that blueprint entails here just a moment, but just about your lead coach, which is actually me. I actually came to the tax industry as a single parent who had gotten involved with a company and was making a tremendous income. And it happened absolutely quickly, like very fast, like overnight, went from being behind on everything to literally making a six-figure income very quickly. And so what happened was I got audited, me and all my friends. And in my situation, they said that I owed $61,000 in taxes for that year. Now, I made good money that year, but it wasn't that good that $61,000 is what I should have had to pay. And I went through line by line because I wasn't trying to cheat the system. I was just using what I had learned in terms of the tax situation from my tax preparer to get a better refund. I didn't know that if you got a refund, that meant that you were doing something wrong year round, unless you were getting credits for education or the earned income credit. So literally, me and three of my friends got audited. They were coming out of their audit situations and they were owing anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month they had to pay back. I was a single parent mom trying to get caught up. So you know that was not a good option for me. So when I went through the entire audit process, couldn't find anybody to help me. I had to pull the tax code and read what worked, what didn't work. The person who did my taxes wasn't available because it was the off season, wasn't even answering their phone. So I had to do this on my own. It took an entire year, but I got that $61,000 tax audit debt amount reduced. And instead of me having to pay them $61,000, they had to pay me $1,100. Yes, it's over. It was amazing, right? Excited. But then they came back the next year and did the same thing. This time they said I owed $34,000, and it literally came down to one document, which was the giving statement from my church. They said, there's no way you made that amount of money and gave $15,000. So I not only had to show up with the giving letter, but I had to prove everything that I used, every check, every credit card payment to create that $15,000 amongst all of the other things they were trying, all of the other write-offs they were trying to say to disallow. but instead of me having to pay them $34,000, they had to pay me $800. Now, at this point, I'm realizing that if this is happening to me repeatedly, it's probably happening to someone else as well. And that's when the business got started. See, I'd already been doing some background work for small businesses in terms of their taxes at home to help a friend out. But when I became the Front Street Story, I figured I'm going to start a business around it. And that's what happened. So we worked the first 6 weeks that I built in this industry on my own, which would have been the first tax season, 6 weeks long. I earned over $15,000. The second year I came back for another 6 weeks, earned over $30,000. The next year I said, well, what if I stay the entire season, right? And I earned almost just over $100,000. And it hasn't been that bad since. So is the Six Figure Academy for you? Are you an entrepreneur that's too busy or not busy enough? Are you a tax professional? Maybe you need mentorship. Maybe you need coaching to get your business to the next level. Maybe you just want to earn an extra $40, $50, $60,000 first quarter of next year, just to kind of jumpstart your year into whatever else it is that you do. Have you never done taxes before, but you simply want to learn how to do them? Maybe you just need to understand your own tax situation a little bit better. Maybe you want to open your own business, have your own tax office, your own credentials, and your own clients. Whatever the situation is, we have a plan or program that we can support you with doing exactly that. So if your answer is yes to any of those questions, you want to stay on point. Why do we want to do this? A lot of reasons. We've already started talking about them. It's a pandemic-proof business. It's not going to get any simpler to do your taxes. You can earn hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every single day. You can reduce your own tax liability with your new skill, or you can do like I did, and I was able to help my father, my 80-year-old dad, reduce his tax bill from $15,000 a year to maybe $4,000. You can dictate your own schedule. You can control your destiny financially. And guess what? You can start from wherever you're sitting right now and with minimal expenses to create this income, right? So again, the opportunity is everyone's filing taxes. Have them let you file their taxes instead. You become the expert just by virtue of going through Easy Tax Academy. And in partnership with Quantum Tax Pro Software, we have a 3-step system that's going to help you create unlimited wealth for you and your family. Here are some of the things that our clients are saying. You can literally just go online and look at these. We have over 100 Google reviews. You can read what people are saying about us from both the standpoint of being our client as well as from being in business with us. What's included in this opportunity? You're going to get access to the software, your training. You're going to get tech support. We're going to teach you. We have 2 levels of class, right? It's a 6-week live training course, but we also have a background digital course that has over 16 pre-recorded training modules that you'll go through. And then every week on a Wednesday, we come together and you can ask your questions. And I'm going to teach you about the systems and some of the things and ambiances of the information that you've gone through the previous week. In total, it's over 27 hours of tax law and IRS accredited training that you're going to have access to. There's 3 ways that you can do this. You can start with just the software, you can start with software and coaching, or you can do the full mentorship tax office, which includes the software, the coaching, and the 6-figure blueprint. It's going to be completely up to you. But at the end of the day, you're going to have everything that you need to start and run your own tax office. Well, why are we starting now? It's only September. Well, the actual live classes start in October. And we want you to have plenty of time to digest the information that's there, especially if you've never been exposed to the tax industry before, other than maybe your personal taxes. What is going to happen is you'll get a login. You'll be able to go watch all of the training. We are going to help you get your P10, which is your personal tax identification number, so that you can become a paid preparer with the IRS. We're going to help you to get your EFIN so that you can e-file those tax returns that you do with the IRS. And then we will actually loan you our relationship with the bank so that you can also use the bank so that your customers can literally get either an advance on their refund, or they can actually have their tax fees retrieved from their refund, so they don't have to come out of pocket with any money up front. That is a huge, huge selling point in most of the markets that we work in, because a lot of times people are going through the entire year simply waiting for tax season. Now, that being said, although we are a tax office, although we do teach people how to start tax offices, we are also mentors and ministers. So we want to help people not just get a big tax return so they can blow it at the beginning of the year, but sometimes people need new cars, they need new houses, they need to start businesses. They need to become business owners. They need to do other things with their money and not just get this large lump sum of money and blow it. So we don't just do taxes, but we do people, we do destinies, we do purpose. So we actually get involved with our clients so that they have a better outcome than simply having their tax returns done. Now, there are a lot of ways that you get started with us. I showed you 3 of them, and then everyone is going to have a different set of circumstances in terms of getting started. So the next step, and this is what we're asking everyone to do, is to book what's called a discovery call. And I'm not even sure if it's in here. There. Make an appointment so that we can get your questions answered. Now, live classes are going to begin on October the 9th. If you decide to get started today, or you've already gotten started, then you are already, you should already be registered and have access to the live classes. If you don't, again, just send a message so that we can get you set up. But you're going to go to www, I'm going to put this in the chat, in the Zoom. It's just going to be www.easytaxtalk.com. And then you're going to schedule a 15 or 20-minute time that you can talk with me or someone on staff and just get your questions answered about exactly what it is that we do and how it can benefit you to get started. Now, some of you, you're having this conversation after you've already gotten started, and it's okay. I just want you to be able to walk through the entire process and understand how it goes. But those of you who this is your first exposure or your first time hearing this information, then you are going to be one that's going to want to go to easytaxtalk.com and schedule some time so that we can talk about what it is and how it is that you can get started with us as well. What I'm going to do now is I want to open it up. If you have questions, you can unmute yourself and ask your questions so that we can get you answers and then get you moving forward. Anyone have questions for me? Anyone have thoughts about anything that you just saw that we can just follow up with? Everyone else just use the general tax needs discovery call. Okay, general tax needs discovery call, and then schedule a time to talk with us. www.ez, the letter E, the letter Z, taxtalk.com. Well, I will look forward to talking with most of you in the discovery call. The live classes, again, do start the second Wednesday in October at 8 p.m. Eastern. They are going to always be recorded, and that will actually be our evening throughout the tax season that we have office hours, okay? So unless there are any other questions, we'll go ahead and close, and I'll look forward to talking with you guys in your discovery calls.
I just wanted to say that I've been working with Katrina for the past 2 years. This will be my 3rd year. I'm super excited. And if you know anybody who may be interested in this opportunity, they don't need any experience. I came in with a little bit under my belt, but I've learned so much over the last 2 years. And I just got a feeling about this year that it's going to be a good year. And I just wanted to come on and comment to reverberate that energy, that this is something that if you just give it a try and show up, that it will snowball for you.
Yeah.
Like if you put in the work, pass all of whatever certifications or tests that you need, show up with us. We have an amazing support team from A to Z, not just taxes, like everything. And the potential for this is amazing. So if you're not excited, I hope my little comment got you excited, because I got butterflies and we're only a few months away from our tax season. And I can't wait to see it just flourish. Yes. And welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll be around too.
Awesome. Thank you. And the thing about it is we're doing really good because it's September and we're already getting started, because typically we're like rushing in the middle of October, early November, like, oh my gosh, but this time we actually have the time to literally take our time and go through it step by step, so that when we hit December, which is when we really start marketing heavily in December, we'll be all prepared. You'll already know what's happening. So we will do this again next week and probably for one more week, so that if there's anyone else that that might want to get involved, might want to come through the academy for whatever reasons, they want to learn the tax preparation, if you want to learn marketing, if you want to learn tax resolution, we're doing a lot of tax resolution. And then we actually even have software salespeople who are out there selling our software, creating additional income. All of these are ways and opportunities to put some more money in your pocket first quarter next year. So I look forward to talking with you about them on the discovery calls. Have a great day.